talk with Andrea Rossi, who is CEO of Leonardo Corporation. Thank you, Andrea, for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
You've announced that on March 13th, you'll begin a live stream of the E-Cat SKLep SSM. For people who are not very familiar with your work, can you tell us what is the E-Cat SKLep SSM and how can it be useful to people?
Okay, the E-Cat SKLep is an evolution of the E-Cat and is an electricity generator that has an efficiency very high, because I wanted to say it simply because the persons that have a knowledge of physics will find in the publication that will be put under the video to understand the theoretical principles. But in any case, the E-Cat SSM, where SSM means a self-sustaining mode, is able to generate electricity enough to take part of the electricity that itself makes to fuel itself. And so the COP is basically is very, very high, because we have a fraction wherein in the numerator we have the watts that it generates, and in the denominator we will have 0. And this apparently contradicts the first principle of thermodynamics, but this is not true, because we use the 0 point energy, that is an energy that is exploitable with a particular technology that we have invented.
You mentioned COP. What does COP mean?
COP is a coefficient of performance, and means efficiency in practical, which is given by a fraction where at the numerator is put the energy that is generated, and in the denominator is written the energy that is consumed.
So, and you're saying that this SSM does not consume any energy?
No, it uses part of the energy that produces. And again, this is not the motus perpetuus. This is just the exploiting of a form of energy that has never been harvested before, but that had been theorized about by Nikola Tesla.
Okay, so I noticed on your website there is a quote from Tesla.
Yes.
What is the connection between what Tesla was doing and what you are doing?
Well, he had imagined that in the universe there is a form of energy that could be harvested that does not have the conventional sources. And I tried to explain it, to theorize it, to obtain a practical application in a paper that is written on ResearchGate, whose link will be put below the video of the E-Cat SSM.
So SSM, what does this refer to?
SSM, being an acronym that, as we said before, means self-sustaining mode, refers to the fact that this generator self-sustains itself without taking energy from the plug of the grid, or a battery, or anything the like, or a solar panel, etc., etc.
And how long will it operate in self-sustaining mode for?
Well, the streaming, we will never stop the streaming. So we theoretically theorize a duration of the E-Cat of 100,000 operative hours. So we are not going to stop it forever, compatibly with the YouTube technology. But we will never stop it, just to show that it goes forever. And it will be possible also in a couple of videos that will be shown after the video of the live streaming, where we have shown the weight of the E-Cat plus the lamp connected to the E-Cat, and all this system has a weight around 400 grams. And any kind of battery, even the more efficient existing, with a weight of 400 grams would be exhausted after 2-3 days, while the E-Cat SSM will be streaming for years.
So now, obviously, you've been testing this. How long has this SSM been operating under test conditions? For how long so far?
This model that is streaming 6 months, more or less 6 months.
Okay. What can you tell us about the safety aspects of this? I mean, this is a brand new technology. Can we be sure that it's going to be safe, or are there any dangerous aspects to it?
Very important question. The E-Cat SSM has been certified by a third-party certification company, and in the datasheet that are published in our website, we cited all the safety certifications that we made. And so we guarantee the safety of the E-Cat SSM. And also, I want to say that besides the safety certification, the E-Cat SSM does not emit any kind of pollution, does not emit CO2, does not emit acoustic waves, so it is perfectly silent. And because it does not move organs in movement. And so I think that this can be useful for the environment, and that this could be useful to fight against the global warming. I think that this can give a contribution.
What happens to, I mean, how long does it last for? And what happens to it when, does it stop working eventually?
Yes, we suppose that it will last 100,000 hours, but this is a supposition. We guarantee it for 3 years. And we will, when an E-Cat is exhausted, I suppose after several years at least, we will take it back completely and freely, and recycle it completely. It is made completely by components that can be totally recycled.
Do the components actually wear out? Can you use them again or recharge them, or what? How do you? What will happen to them when you take them back?
We disassemble it completely and recycle all the raw materials inside, and make treatments that, for obvious reasons, are confidential.
So this sounds similar to a battery, except a battery that never becomes depleted.
Yes, but the battery also has a very short duration, while the E-Cat practically never ends for only its lifespan. Also, it is important to say that there is also a big difference for what concerns the gray energy, which means the kind and quantity of energy that is employed to manufacture a product. To manufacture a battery, the procedures are very polluting. To manufacture an E-Cat, there is practically no pollution at all, because we do not use any kind of toxic matter, and all the components belong part of the E-Cat in all its lifespan, and also when it goes in paradise.
What can you tell us about the materials out of which the E-Cat is made? What kind of materials are used?
Well, the body is made. The body is made by plastic. The internal is electronic material, mainly electronic material, and some rare earth.
If this really is as you describe it, it sounds like this is a product that probably everybody will want to have. We all use energy, of course, and there's expenses and there's problems with recharging and so forth. If the E-Cat never needs recharging, everybody's going to want it. How are you going to make this available to the world?
Well, in our website, there are the pre-order forms. Our policy is very well explained in that form. I can resume it here quite simply. To propose the E-Cat at the price available that is easily reachable from everybody, we need to produce at least 1 million units to have the necessary economy scale. So we are collecting pre-orders, and when we will reach pre-orders for at least 1 million units, we will start the manufacturing, and we will start the deliveries. This is our policy. Of course, the pre-orders are free. We're sending a pre-order form. The prospective client has to pay nothing, and he will have to pay only when we will deliver the product.
A question I often hear from people I hear from is how many pre-orders have you received so far? How close are you to this goal?
We have received several hundred thousands of pre-orders, and I prefer not to give the precise number, but we hope to reach the number as soon as possible. The scope of this streaming is also this, and we will do our possible to be as fast as possible.
You're so far, in my experience, is that the people I speak to on a daily basis know nothing about the E-Cat. And even if you tell them about it, they might think, oh, this is too good to be true. How do you reach the number of people required to get your 1 million pre-orders?
We will make within the limits imposed to us by our financial limitations. We will advertise where and as much as possible. But we also count on the mouth service on the mouth antenna. I hope that the video streaming of the E-Cat SSM becomes viral. How to obtain this? We will try to invent day by day new systems.
What kind of interest have you received so far from companies that are interested in maybe large quantities of pre-orders?
We have several big companies with whom we are treating.
How can people help you reach your target? I mean, everybody who I talk, well, not everybody, but a lot of people I talk to ask me who take this technology seriously, what can I do to help Andrea Rossi reach his targets so I can get one of these E-Cats as soon as possible?
Try to make the video viral. Just, you know, the exponential diffusion of the so-called mouth service has a very big potential. And the best help is to talk to your friends and acquaintances also because they can send a pre-order without spending a single cent. When we will reach the quantity, we will contact all the persons that made a pre-order and will ask them if they want to turn the pre-order into an actual order. In that case, if they will not accept and they will cancel the pre-order, no problem. No money will change hands. So they will have to spend absolutely nothing. Also in case of cancellation. If they will confirm the pre-order, we will ask the payment by PayPal with all the guarantees of PayPal. They will have the right of the restitution within 2 months, and they will have the right to restitution and the reimbursement if the product will not respect the guarantees that have been given, and so on. So, to pre-order and to buy an E-Cat SSM implies no risks at all for the customer.
You mentioned PayPal. What if you didn't have PayPal but you had a credit card? Could you use that also?
No problem. We accept any kind of payment, but PayPal gives to the buyer the guarantee to be reimbursed if he restitutes the product, if the product that it is has any kind of shortcoming. So I suggest to use PayPal for the to make the purchaser safe and sure. But of course, if anybody wants to make a bank wire, pay by credit card, is not a problem at all.
Okay. So just from a personal point of view, what is it like for you? You spent many, I would say, decades now working in this field.
Yes.
What is it like to be a pioneer in doing this kind of work that I don't think anyone has done anything like this before?
Well, I must make from God the life He gave me. I must make it useful for something. I have chosen now almost 30 years ago this way, and it is hard, it is very expensive, but I think that it is worth. At least I am trying to make me worth of existing.
What are your plans for retirement?
I will never retire.
Okay. Well, Andrea Rossi, we thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much.
We look forward to seeing the E-Cat SSM in live streaming.
Thank you very much, and good luck to everybody.
Thank you.